Are you looking for a way to get your hands dirty with gardening but don't have space for a traditional garden? Well, in this video, I will show you how container gardening can be the answer.
Container gardening provides many benefits to gardeners of all levels. For starters, it's much easier and more cost-effective than traditional gardening. With container gardening, you have the ability to place your garden anywhere, on a patio, a balcony, or even indoors. It also requires much less space than the traditional garden, as containers are available in a huge variety of shapes and sizes, and they can fit in any area. Additionally, container gardens are easier to maintain because they are self-contained and can be moved if necessary. With container gardening, there is minimal to no weeding.
Since the soil is self-contained, you are able to plant different plants that have different nutrient needs right next to each other, where this would be impossible to do in the ground. Container gardening also reduces work for the gardener. No big tractors needed. There are so many different ways that you can container garden on a budget. You can go to local restaurants and ask if they are giving away or selling any of their food-safe plastic tubs, like pickle tubs. You want to make sure that any plastic containers that you are using is food safe. Some plastics can leach into the soil and contaminate your food. Containers that are food safe will have a number near the recycling symbol. The food grade plastics will have any one of these numbers: 1, 2, 4, or 5. Some will even have different symbols that means that it is food safe. It could be a cup and a fork, radiation waves, or a snowflake. When in doubt, contact the manufacturer. It is better to be safe than sorry. And if you're getting any value from this video, consider leaving a like and sharing with a friend. When it comes to choosing your containers, you can either use recycled materials or buy new from your local garden center. Amazon sells these incredible fabric pots and they come in various sizes. I like these as they have handles for easy transport. If you're interested, I'll have all of the links below. Choosing the right size pot for your plant is vital to the plant's health. Too big and you'll have wasted space, where if the plant is in a smaller container, it can become root bound. The minimum size I recommend for container is a 5-gallon bucket. Smaller vegetables such as green onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and even potatoes can thrive in this size of pot. While deciding what to grow, keep in mind that the bigger plants will need bigger containers, which will be much more difficult to move. Containers need to have adequate drainage. If you're choosing to go the plastic route, you will need to drill holes into the bottom of the container. Ceramic or terracotta pots are extremely popular amongst home gardeners. The clay within them is porous, making them ideal in wet and cold climates. When watering your plants, you could decide to go with a water can, a hose, or you can install drip irrigation. I like to water my plants in the early morning before I go to work. This way, when it's the heat of the day, the plants have enough water to absorb. What I do is I will use the shower setting on the hose and spray the container until the water begins to pool on top. Backed potting soil is available at most big box stores. But if your garden expands past a balcony or patio size, I highly recommend getting your soil in bulk. You can purchase bulk soil from any local landscape supply. The soil I purchased was $40 a yard and was much more cost effective than the bagged soil. I also recommend that you add manure or compost to your soil when planting. I use rabbit manure exclusively for all of my garden. If you didn't know, rabbit manure can be put directly into your garden as it is not considered hot. Other manure, such as horse or chicken, needs to age before it's safe to add to your garden. Manure less than 6 months old contains so much pneumonia and nitrogen that it will burn your plants. To reduce the risk of burning your plants and ruining all of your hard work, consider putting it through an aging and composting process. Pick a place away from residences, animal housing, or any areas of surface water, such as lakes, ponds, or rivers. Mix equal parts something brown, like straw or leaves, with something green, such as manure, yard clippings, or food waste. Add water to keep the microbes alive and occasionally turn the pile. If you're planning on growing things that climb or vine, be sure that you have sturdy trellises picked out that suit your containers. Next in the video, we are going to be planning my garden for this year. We are expanding into 3 different areas, which includes the main garden, the bunny garden, and the herb garden. The herb garden is a part of the new expansion we planned this year. The location is up against the house and is right next to the main garden. In the morning, the plants here will have shade until 10 a.m. and will have full sun until 4. Here, I will be planting basil, white stars feverfew, German chamomile, marigolds, radishes, lavender, green onions, and kale. Our next addition for this year is the bunny garden. This spot is in between the rabbitry and the house. Like the herb garden, it is shaded in the morning and has full sun for 4 to 6 hours. Here, we will be growing snacks for our rabbits and our chickens. In the bunny garden, we will be planting broccoli, lettuce, spinach, marigolds, German chamomile, dandelion, carrots, and feverfew. Lastly, we're going to discuss the main garden. This spot gets the most sun and makes it the biggest garden I have ever grown. Here, we will be growing watermelons, pumpkins, tons of tomatoes, asparagus, various flowers, whole beans, onions, strawberries, and of course, potatoes. Now, I haven't been successful building a functional trellis. I want something durable yet cost-effective. So I began my mission to find a universal trellis that could house watermelons, pumpkins, green beans, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I encourage you to do research and figure out what is functional for you, but buying cattle panels with these raising prices would be astronomical. So with more research, I found a durable netting that is strong enough to hold up pumpkins and the watermelons. They can either be anchored with wood beams, or you can use T-post. If you've gotten this far into the video, let me and others know by leaving a green heart emoji down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, you will absolutely love the Container Garden series. And remember, you are more than capable of creating abundance for you, your family, and your community. And until next time, be weird and be you.